The mandolin.
Now let's go back to that exciting automatic rhythm that we heard at the very beginning of this record.
I mean, I feel like
repeat percussion
I always look for these things, but I always feel like this is like our haunting theme, is that the organ was early electronic music.
Yeah.
Like this is a keyboard demo before there was like it could automatically play itself.
The demo button.
Mm-hmm. You know, I have a Conn organ in my garage.
Do you really?
Yep, that's just dying.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. It kind of works.
And if you like that pulsating rhythm of rock and roll music, you can do that too.
Okay. Sounds just like rock and roll.
Absolutely. Well, it seems like good times, any. Hey, I'm Will.
Hey, I'm Matt.
Hey, and we're back again listening to even more records.
Now, just for pure fun, let's listen to a realistic steam locomotive, complete with bell and whistle.
This is too futuristic right here.
You know what? I bet there's a. Whoa.
How do you put that man inside the organ?
No, I bet they're gonna pull a switcher here in a second and be like, guess what, guys? It was an organ the whole time. But we're here back on 95.7 FM, WROE LP, Radio Free Roanoke. Ooh, for another hot time of unknown records. And this time, we have decided to dive deep into the world of 45s. Mm-hmm. These are all things that have been found throughout Roanoke Valley as usual. It is our same assortment of the rare and odd, and maybe not sometimes so rare, but often lost records of this area, including this one. This is on Destiny Records, and it was recorded at Heritage Studio in Galax, Virginia. Matt, we got two sides here. This one actually, I believe, is signed by the bands, the Moonlitter Bands. The Moonlitter Band? Moonlitters Band?
The Moonlitters?
I think that's what it is, right?
Yeah. Or the Moonlighters, I think. They just,
excuse me.
It's like drive through with THRU, you know? I think. Huh.
I also can't read. For you guys listening at home.
You're doing okay. Ooh, that is signed. That's nice.
Yeah, so this was a little one that we found.
1982, huh?
Get out in the wild. I'm guessing like all the music we usually find from the Roanoke Valley.
Bluegrass.
It's gonna be a quasi country bluegrass band. But
all right.
Only one way to find out.
This is Young and Reckless. Much like your dog.
Bruce.
Here on 95.7 WROE LP, Roanoke, Virginia.
Yep.
I'm feeling country rock here, though. I'm digging this.
Yeah, this is a little smoother than our usual.
I was young and reckless when my 18th birthday came, and Sarah was a lady. I asked to take my name, though she accepted. I could see it in her eyes.
I really like that production.
Oh yeah.
It's like ragtag, but those drums have like a blanket over them, but I'm digging it.
But you'll always be the same. You're just another dreamer trapped inside his sleep. You let the good things by you, waiting on your dreams.
You hear that little effect on the guitar there?
Oh yeah.
It's like a slight flange.
And unless this record told us this was 82,
yeah,
there's no way I would have assumed this was 1982. This is someone from 1982 really reflecting on a time that happened 20 years prior. Maybe not 20 years prior, but at least 10.
Is that like a little glockenspiel?
I think so. Oh no, it's probably a Rhodes piano.
You think so? Yeah, glockenspiel would be more sharp. I like this.
You always say you'll change your ways, but you'll always be the same. Just another dreamer.
Yeah, I mean, they were
Inside his sleep.
coming up way behind the country rock craze of like the 70s here.
Information traveled slower back then.
It did, it
and I'm
really
not
did.
trying to call out Galax, but I'm guessing it happened probably even slower there. than elsewhere. Although there's some like
I like thinking about these guys like just people like riding in the streets because it isn't bluegrass.
Yeah. But there was like they got the one guy in town who could play lead guitar, and he's not country, but he's like, I'm gonna try it. So like we got Craig, you know Craig.
He came from out of town, like Wise County, bringing
Absolutely.
his.
He's a little bit, he's not quite our sound, but man, that boy can play.
Woman against my common sense. Someday she'd come home. I got her letter yesterday.
Yeah, it's like
her first in 18 years.
it's like the band, but a little lazier than the band.
Yeah.
Stained with tears, she said he's young and he's reckless. Cut against the grain. I hope someday he'll change his ways, but he'll always be the same.
Just like you were.
Young and he's reckless, like the father he never knew. This young and reckless son of mine also belongs to you.
Oh, the twist.
Oh, he's young and he's reckless.
Oh, the breakdown.
Yeah.
Cut against the grain.
Fuck yeah.
Hope someday he'll
I wasn't on
Put your
board
hands
until
together,
that.
Galax. Come on.
always be the same. He's young and
Credits are rolling.
the father he never knew. This young and reckless son of mine also belongs to you.
It takes two to tango, baby.
I'd like to think that the young and reckless son they're referring to is just an allegory for America. What this nation has become.
Yeah, what did being young and reckless entail in '82 as opposed to
It's hard to know.
like in the '60s when he was young and reckless, cut against the grain? Okay, what do we have here?
And I also like to think that, and maybe this is just my dream of like country 45s, is that they all came from a Waffle House jukebox.
I'm intrigued by this. Fairy Stone Records. Is this like Fairy Stone, Virginia?
I assume.
But I'm so split between If Jesus Came to Your House or Legend of the Fairy Stone. Can we just do both?
Yeah, we're gonna do both.
Okay, yeah.
So this is Fairy Stone Records, guys. It's the name of the label. Again, don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Don't know where it came from, but we're assuming
No
that it's
year,
Fairy Stone,
even.
Virginia. It is non-secular, I'm guessing,
I would say.
by the cross between fairy and stone. And then
That's just a little cross on the rocks.
yeah, sure. And then Earl Craig. Although, yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it's both.
No, it's stretching a little too long at the bottom of there.
Yeah, maybe Earl's mom was a pagan, and his dad was a very holy man, and they had a very passionate courting as two opposing ideologies do.
Like Carvel and what's her name?
Right. And so rather than following in the ministry, Earl decided that he was going to do both, pay tribute to both his parents and create this record for Fairy Stone. One side in honor of his father, the other to his mother.
Yeah.
Mother Nature versus, the long-bearded white god of the Bible.
And then this is an original composition by Earl. So here we go.
Earl Craig.
What would you do?
If Jesus came to spend some time with you.
If Jesus came to your house to spend a day or two, if he came unexpected, I wonder
Like
what
Jesus
you
does.
would do. When you saw him coming, would you meet him at the door with arms outstretched in welcome to your heavenly visitor? Or would you have to change some things before you let him in? Like hide some magazines and put the Bible where they had been. Oh, I know you would give your nicest room
Take down my rock
to
posters.
such an honored guest. And all the
What kind of
food
magazines is Jesus going to be mad about?
would be the
Time.
very
Satan
best.
Today.
And you would keep assuring him that you are glad to have him there, that serving him in your house was joy beyond compare. I wonder if the Savior spent a day or two with you, would you go right on doing the things you always do? Would you go right on saying the things you always say? Would life for you continue as it does from day to day?
Look, despite my beliefs,
Would you ask him to join you while you watch TV? Or would
Yes.
you be ashamed
absolutely.
of some of the programs you would see?
I'd fire up the Dreamcast
Would
for
your
Jesus.
family conversation
I'm actually real into this.
keep up its normal
This is
pace?
great.
This premise.
Or would you find it hard each meal to say a table grace? Would you sing the songs
I'd probably
you
have
always
Jesus
sing?
say grace
Read
at
the
dinner.
books you always read?
I have a feeling that he's going to
And let
sum
him
this
know
up
the
with
things on
Jesus
which
is
your
always
mind
watching.
and
So-
spirit feed.
Yeah.
Would you take him with you everywhere you had planned to go? Or maybe would you change your plans for just a day or so? Would
was
you
gonna
be
go by
glad
the,
to have him
porn
meet
shop.
your very closest friend?
Hey man, Jesus doesn't judge.
Or hope that they would
Seriously.
stay away
Oh.
until his visit?
Come on, Earl.
Would you be glad to have him stay forever, on and on? Or sigh a sigh of great relief when finally he had gone? You know, it might be very
Like Jesus just
interesting
showing
to
up your
know
house being like, hey, I'm just crashing
you
here
would
for a
do.
while.
Jesus, I don't mean to be
Jesus
rude, man,
came
but when
in
are you
person
when you taking off,
to
man?
spend some time with
It was like when our friend Christian Sawyer would show up at our house. Yeah.
He was there for a while.
We love you, Christian.
Yeah, I like that premise a lot because I would. I mean, like if Jesus showed up, first of all, I'd be like, I maybe I had some ideas that you were real or not. I don't know what exactly version of Jesus you turned out to be in real life or were going to be, but I'm glad that you're here. Would you like to watch some television? You've missed a lot of things. I'm gonna put these magazines away. Like, and again, like what magazines?
I like that you open like your screen door and Jesus is standing there and you're like,
Yeah, like,
oh,
hey,
hey, what's
man.
up? And you're like, yeah, come in, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah, Jesus.
yeah sit
Hold
down.
on, like-
watch some. Yeah.
Just wait here 1 second. I gotta I don't know, man. Like, I didn't buy them. My mom left them here. They were like outside the Roanoke or these fuck Jesus magazines. It's always like, and it's one of my favorite premises too. Is it's like, man, Christians are really they got it tougher than anybody else. Like,
Yeah,
all those
yeah.
like no Christians allowed signs.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Persecuted
like,
here in America.
I do like Earl's I do like that Earl never sang a note in that song. Like he sort of spoke in key, but like I'm glad he didn't sing anything the whole time. But the yeah, just that premise. It's like, well, I mean, I'm glad you're here, man. You want to do something? He's like, no, man, I'm just gonna hang out. Like that's a cool Jesus.
Yeah, that's a cool Jesus right there, for sure.
God, Earl so Earl also Legend of the Fairy Stone.
Yeah.
I'm hoping also this is just him storytelling.
It's with the overlay
and not
sisters.
singing.
So
Yeah, ladies in the background. Oh, I love a lap steel.
Rock of Ages, cleft for me.
There dwelt on earth in the long ago
hey, bud.
a lovely fairy band in a beautiful paradise of Blue Ridge Mountain Land.
Oh,
Living
yes.
in perfect peace
Shout out.
and contentment, they were happy then. Living apart from the cruel world, they knew nothing of worldly sin. An elfin fairy came one day to visit this fairy band. She received a joyful welcome, for she came from the Holy Land. She gathered all of them about on the lovely mountainside and brought to them the sad story of how Christ was crucified.
Oh, this is cool.
As she unfolded the story, reclining on a bed of moss, their tears fell as raindrops, forming a sacred cross. When the messenger departed and the fairies were alone, their tears that fell upon the rocks formed the sacred fairy stone.
Yep.
They bring good luck to everyone, be they rich or poor. For to the fairies, all are equal. They enter every door. And we bow in sacred reverence as we hold within the hand this sacred tear-crossed fairy stone left us by the ferryman. This lucky fairy stone is an emblem of perfect peace and love, left on earth to remind us that our Savior dwells above.
Rock of Ages.
Rocks of Ages. More like.
Let me hide
I like thinking about,
myself in
before the age of instant information, like someone going on a field trip to Fairystone Park,
Oh, yeah.
and just laying this legend down to the park rangers.
Oh,
They're
man.
explaining, where these specific. For those of you who don't know, Fairystone, which is it's like south of us, right here in Roanoke.
Sure.
It's west. It's like south or east. Sorry, it's like southeast. Been there a couple times, but there's these strange rocks that aren't found anywhere else, and I think with the exception of somewhere in the middle of Russia, I think
Right.
there's these little stones that you can find you'll find people digging around for them. They have these little crosses on them, and they're quite cute.
They're pretty neat, and now we know how they came to be. For in my mind, I always just assumed that it
because
was
of Jesus fairies.
Yeah, because the main fairy came and told the story of Jesus, made all the other fairies cry, and those tears became the stones. I sort of love that. There's, I think there's a part of everyone who's sort of our age that sort of reels against organized religion and like, all the bad things about Christianity, but like that record is great.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is an earnest thing. And again, I'm not a huge country music or bluegrass or gospel or whatever you want to attribute to like the sound of that, but I'd listen to that all day.
Mm-hmm. And now you can.
Earl Craig, yeah, that's a keeper.
It is a keeper.
Well, from Earl to Rhonda,
Yeah.
this record is just labeled Rhonda. And
I was with you when you found this.
Yep.
I remember this.
and this is by Rhonda Weeks. And this is out of Blue Ridge, Virginia. And she made herself, I'm guessing, I think this was probably a Christmas present. It was something the family made. Full disclosure, we have heard this one before. And this is sort of part of this thinking and doing this show too, Matt, was when we found this record by Rhonda Weeks. I think it's a Christmas present that probably the family made, these little 45s, and gave out to everyone. And again, spoiler alert, I love Rhonda. I don't think she got this record based on her ability as a singer, as it were.
Yeah.
But more of her cuteness and warm feeling of the Yuletide. So here is Rhonda singing Happy Birthday to Jesus.
Happy birthday, Jesus. Mommy said that you were near and that you had a birthday this time every year. She said that you were listening to every word we say and that you hear us calling in the night or in the day. She explained how bad they hurt you.
The Appalachian accent.
Men that said you let them
Birthday.
do it for girls like me back then. She told me about the manger they took and put you in. I'd let you have my blanket if I was here back then. She said that you were
Rhonda's carrying the tradition of Earl,
her, Daddy,
where you speak in rhyme.
and our new baby
And-
too. She told me how you healed the lame, that they didn't have
Like,
to
what would
ask
you
for
do?
wealth
Yeah.
or fame.
What would you
She
do?
said that you
Yeah, this is
were
pre
all
What Would Jesus
good.
Do?
Then
Or
she
What Would You
made
Do for
cry.
Jesus?
She said
It's
they
pre What
nailed
Would You
to
Do
the
on
cross.
Nickelodeon.
They wanted you to die, but said you forgave them, 'cause you were dying for our sins.
I do like the little arrangement in the background, that
Didn't you
organ and
hate
that
me?
like
She
slight
said
kind of
you
honky
came
tonk,
back
like
again.
Silent Night.
Mommy said Christmas is what we celebrate, 'cause on that day you were born. I hope I'm not too late to wish you happy birthday.
How many takes
And
did
dear
it take Rhonda
Jesus,
for this?
I'll be true, 'cause Mommy
I like
said
thinking
if
about her
I
parents
was
just being like,
good,
"Get it
you'd let me
right,
live with
Rhonda."
you.
Or maybe they just like practiced for weeks before they got there. I wonder how old Rhonda is now.
I know.
She's probably our age.
You think so?
Maybe a little bit older. Yeah, I think this record was probably made in the 70s.
It seems older to me, but
Yeah, I mean,
could be right.
I think it seems older too, but then we had the Moonlighters.
The Moonlighters did kind of throw us a curve.
And 82, which I never would have suspected. So old Rhonda, was that out of Rocky Mount? What did I say that was
And
from?
Blue Ridge, yeah. So that's a whole lot of area out there.
We are, you'll hear right now on NPR. There's a lot of stuff about donating and whatever else, and how specific it is to your needs and your drive and whatever. I just want to fucking say that me and Matt are listening to regional records that are only being able to be heard again in this region.
Yeah.
Here.
The Vortex.
Exactly. On 95.7 FM, WROELP, Radio Free Roanoke. Blue Ridge for life. All right, I think
Though
that's,
if you do have a few, ducats laying around.
yeah, and I think that's all I got in terms of a regional start for us. I don't know what the rest of these are. So let's just dig in. This is an MGM disc. This is a special disc jockey record, which is not for sale, by Hugh Masekela. I don't even know.
Hugh Masekela.
Yeah, old Hugh Masekela,
Produced by Tom Wilson. That's
one of the Wilson brothers.
No, he was. I mean, if it's the Tom Wilson who like produced the first Velvet Underground record, because it is on MGM, and Verve was owned by MGM.
So this track is called Little Star.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star,
Wow,
way up above.
that's not really. I mean, I should have known it was called Little Star, but I did not expect this to be a variation on Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
When you fly across the sky and you passing by the moon, don't forget to whisper in his ear what I told.
I feel like if you ate at Coach and Floor, like when they first opened, this is what would be played in like the dining room.
I'm just fascinated whether or not it's actually Tom Wilson that's producing this, because it sounds very Tom Wilson-esque in the production.
That reverb that's on everything.
Yeah, Bob Dylan, he did a Highway.
If he does, oh little star, will you tell him please for me? All the lovers in this lonely world are just waiting for the sun to come and sparkle.
Man, I love easy listening like chord changes. Like
I really like this.
I kind of wonder what it'd be like if you had a band like this in 2019. Like if you could authenticate this feel. Like there's a lot of bands right now I think that sort of hover around like the R&B of this era. You know what I mean? Like kind of sound
very
try to-
popular right now.
Yeah, try to sound authentic to that, but like what if you just went the opposite? Just like so uncool that it's
One of my favorite labels called L Records in the 80s kind of did that, where they really embraced how British they were, but also kitschy 60s, the Les Baxter.
yeah, I like that. I support that.
For the sun to come and sparkle on the love.
Just
That is a hot horn, man.
just going for it. Oh man, just when he was getting warmed up.
I'm gonna make a note to myself too, and then maybe next show find whether or not I'm right about that.
That was sweet. Old Hugh.
Hugh Masekela, huh?
You think he was also the trumpet player?
It's good. It's a good observation.
I feel like that's safe because I mean the vocals while they were there, I don't think those were any part of the fireworks of that song. Clearly by that last like trumpet line.
I want that to be my ring or my alarm tone every morning.
I would support that. This is on End Records. It looks like there's a wiener dog on it. There is no
cool.
No discernible way of telling when it was made. It might have been on BMI. It may have been on.
That's probably the
Chapel Music Group.
That's the rights, like the music.
Yeah,
the lyrics.
So, this is the Flamingos, and Matt, we have Love Walked In and Simply Yours.
I'm going with Love Walked In.
Let's do it. And as you guys know, the whole point of the show is maybe we're always hoping to find something that's gonna make us fall in love, and this is just
with each other.
It's just
that's already happened.
Yeah, we're here every week because of love. Theremin, or maybe that's a bowed saw.
That's a whistle.
Or a whistle.
Right in and drove the shadows away.
God, I hope someone is making out in their car right now to this.
I know.
Sunday night.
Some heavy petting here.
Naked. I sure had a good time tonight, Sally. Bobby, I have to go. No. Another 15 minutes. I just can't seem to stop holding your hand. Bobby, my dad said 10.
Hello, darling.
I don't like, I'm not a big fan of that movie that was filmed near here, Dirty Dancing.
You don't like it?
It's fine. It's just, it doesn't, I don't hate it, I don't love it. It's just a thing. But
I've never seen it.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, it's exactly, to me, I'm going to make some enemies out there, but to me, that's exactly like seeing it. It's just like, oh yeah, it's movie.
Yeah.
It's got Swayze in it. But, I'm not often very nostalgic or romantic about this era, but it would be fun. People like to have proms as adults. This is the kind of like prom I'd like to have, where everyone has to be like really, and maybe it's like a murder mystery theater. Like we don't tell people there's plants, but like the socias show up at some point, and like people get fights. Somebody spikes the punch, but it's like
you want all of it.
Yeah, it's all really safe. Like
a murder mystery dinner kind of situation. Okay.
A night under the star at 5 Points Music Sanctuary. Like the DJ at the event has on like 3D glasses, and like a letter jacket.
That was nice. I completely unfamiliar with the Flamingos, but
I think that record was pressed in one of David Lynch's Fever Dreams.
Yeah,
I think that was that's a B-side from what is my favorite movie?
Okay,
Mulholland
so
Drive.
that was a Gershwin composition.
Dude.
Yeah.
It sure was a good one.
Yeah, they don't even state whether what's the.
Do you remember that gentleman speaking
the A or the B side?
Speaking of NPR, remember that gentleman that used to play jazz like on Sundays on WFIR?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
No, WVTF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
WFIR.
you know.
I would. Conservative jazz.
But he was a beautiful old man. I doubt he's still alive, so I don't think I'm gonna hurt his feelings by saying this. But Gotta Use the Love, he'd play like 3 back-to-back kind of big band songs, and he's like, that first one was so and so, and he's like, and that second one, and you'd hear like,
oh yeah.
Well, I'm not sure who that was, but man, that sure was a good song.
When I worked at a classical station in high school and a little bit after high school, and I meant to play Rhapsody in Blue just because I needed a little bit of time to like do homework or something, and I ended up placing the CD on top of another CD that was already in, and just hitting play and just being like, yeah, whatever, not really paying attention. And then we get a call from, and I think I forward announced it as Rhapsody in Blue, and then I get a call on the phone, and the guy's like, I just wanted to let you know that is not Rhapsody in Blue.
That is not the case.
And of course, 16-year-old would be like, oh, okay, sir.
I'm sorry. This next one's off on Berkeley Records. It is by Greg King Band.
Greg Kihn, yeah.
Ken,
the Greg Kihn conspiracy. Our love's in jeopardy.
I think that's actually maybe the B-side to this. And to me, maybe I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
That that was that small of a hit. I mean, like that. I just assumed that I Lost on Jeopardy was like on a major label, and that's how it became a hit.
You just gave the Weird Al Yankovic version. That's what you're giving yourself away to.
Well, and to be fair,
which is true because it's the first time I ever heard it was through Weird Al Yankovic's version.
So maybe that's why I thought it was a hit. Well, so here we go. Well, this is Greg Kihn, then, also known as Weird Al Yankovic, doing Fascination.
Yeah, Fascination.
I don't know. I guess it's
the
B-side to Jeopardy. God, well, what is his version of Jeopardy about?
Our Love's in Jeopardy.
Oh, I loves it. Oh, okay. This is cool.
Yeah. Greg Kihn's he was sort of like the amalgamation of like the new wave, but also some of the more before punk there was pub rock.
Yeah,
so it's kind of like he was like but he's American too, so like pubby new wave.
Nice. Yeah, this is not what I thought this was going to sound like.
I've always appreciated the B-sides. Big Country had a lot of really great big B-sides. Especially a lot of these 80s groups.
I got into Big Country because our buddy Robbie worked at Western Sizzling for a while. And everyone in the kitchen called him Big Country because he was just like this big dumb white guy who worked there. Not a dumb white guy, but I think people perceive them because Robbie's very shy and doesn't talk, so they just called him Big Country. Then at work, we got in a bunch of Big Country records, and I brought them home as a joke to kind of tease Robbie about his nickname. And then we put them on, and I was just like, oh my god, this band is great.
Yeah. The bagpipe guitars.
Oh yeah.
That was my first initial. I mean, when I first met Robbie, I was just like, why does Will hang out with this guy? He doesn't say anything. And he's just a giant person.
Oh, big baby.
Boom. I always come across Greg Kihn records when I'm digging around in thrift stores and stuff. And I always knew Jeopardy. And in all my years of listening to music, I've never met anyone who's just a Greg Kihn fan.
I believe
You
that.
know what I mean?
And not to shit on this song, it's fine. It's almost there. I think the best thing it has going for it is that first guitar riff when it opens up.
I liked the little thing after the chorus.
Woo!
Thanks, Greg. All All right. What's next?
Next up, man.
I saw you kind of tuck that one away.
Again, we
trying to keep me away from it.
we
sniffing
didn't-
around your pant leg.
I didn't want to bias Matt's opinion of this before we played it. Again, sometimes radio does not do us justice, even though this is a show about sound and music, and you don't really need to see things except for the cover of this Burton Cummings 45, which is just like, I'm assuming Burton.
It stares into your soul.
Yeah, a mustached Burton with some big hair, like staring right in your face. And the thing is, I can hold this record between me and Matt, and it's the same thing on both sides. Just him with just these like straight fuck you eyes.
And he looks, he's like a poor man's Lindsey Buckingham.
Yeah.
But like but it's like Lindsey Buckingham with a mustache, but not the mustache from like the Buckingham Knicks era of Lindsey Buckingham. It's like
his hair's like
Tusk era Lindsey Buckingham, just staring you down.
Yeah, this thing's on Alpha Records.
I'm getting a little sacred vibe off this.
And again, well, yeah, I think you're right. It's called, the.
But how can you look at someone like that and be a sacred album?
Well, it's hard to know. This came out in '81. It's produced by Burton also. I guess he did write both of these songs. Side A is "You Saved My Soul," which is also printed on the sleeve.
So that's the
Side B, "Real Good."
Good. I've
What's amazing is the A side is not called "Real Good," but the B side is.
That's because after you're done listening to side A, you can reflect.
And you're like, what, that was real good too.
I think I'm saying 50-50 on this one, both sides.
Yeah, but you think we're talking non-secular again?
I'm feeling non-secular sacred here.
Should,
side A. You wanna?
Yeah, let's go for the title.
I don't know.
track.
Do you want to be bad boys and do BA?
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to? Yeah,
let's see if "Real Good" is real good, and then how "You Saved My Soul" stacked up. Burton Cummings, sincere. He's also, I like that he's got a tiny gold chain on also.
Real good.
Oh yeah, this is like
Real good.
a guy who was more into Paul McCarthy's solo work than the Beatles.
It's hard and true. Daddy thing to do. And I'm thinking you're real good. Real nice.
Oh,
Real nice.
I gotta love this.
But the lady's hot for sure. Even it up the score.
So yeah, he's knocked it back into the secular there.
Yeah.
Nice. I told you if she was my girl, I'd be treating her like my queen.
Yeah, and I think it is worth mentioning that Alpha is spelled ALFA.
Like the actual, like the
So not like the
Like the
Alpha
wheat.
and the Omega, but yeah, almost like alfalfa.
Look out, planning on leaving town, 'cause I come looking for you, buddy. Real good.
I also like what I like about Burton is that Burton's kind of got the kind of unibrow that I almost have, where it's, you just hint at it, but it never actually grows in. It's just like it's got a little extra shade.
wisp.
Real good.
Yeah, man, he's sincere. Yes.
It's not quite Blue-Eyed Soul.
No, it's not, and it's not.
It's good production. I mean,
For an unknown label.
I feel like this would be under the like recommended if you like the Little River Band.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
If you wish Billy Joel wasn't so serious.
But the lady's hot for sure. You even
still in the sacred realm. Like, she's hot, but you're showing her
Yeah.
your.
The music video of this is about Jesus and Mary Magdalene.
Blowing that axe, man. All right. To be completely honest, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Wasn't real good.
It wasn't bad.
All right. Yeah, so side B, side A. You Saved My Soul by Burton Cummings here on 95.7 WROE LP, Roanoke, Virginia.
Radio Free Roanoke. Yep. Yeah, it's like they didn't know how to do a gated snare. You know what, I'm going out there and already saying that Real Good is much better than this.
Yeah. Huh.
How we hurt each other. Oh, baby, it was so wrong.
Yeah, he can't. I don't see him turning this around into anything better than this.
Yeah, this is a little.
Here we go into the chorus.
Yeah. How is this your A side?
Well, think of the time. I mean,
81?
yeah, people were like, this is when Greatest American Hero came out.
Sure.
So this very like ballady, you know, singer-songwriter kind of vibe was coming out. Like Andrew Gold, like they were coming off. I'm sure this guy was influenced by Andrew Gold, writer of Lonely Boy and the theme from the Golden Girls.
Oh, right. Well, so I like the song much better thinking of it as a theme song to a sitcom.
It is. That's the exact kind of vibe I get.
It's like a what I would hear is like a failed kind of Cheers.
The pub.
Salute. Starring Greg Marks with
Trying to think of some
Vicky
like
Calorie as Becky.
I can't even think of like great B-list actors who would be on this.
Like people that you recognize from MASH but you don't know their names.
Or like people who had like really bit parts, like on the Columbo episode or something. I think they spent so much money on the drum effect that we have to release this as a single.
There's such a disconnect though between the face he is making on the fucking cover of this and this sound. Like,
Absolutely.
guys, this is going to be the album cover for this episode. So you know when you're like, what's with that mustache man? Here we are.
Yeah, he's like a mix between Giorgio Moroder and Lindsey Buckingham. I can't get away from the Lindsey Buckingham. Because, you know, after Tusk...
young Lindsey Buckingham.
You know, Fleetwood Mac went on a little hiatus until the 80s. I think he was like trying to fill that void.
Yeah, it's weird how it flirts with Blue Eye Soul, but like never...
Yeah.
It's like, it's like a Diet Right version of Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like a It sounds like a Pert Plus like 80s commercial.
Dentine gum saved my soul.
Burton. Let's see. I think these from Warner Brothers are going to take us back a little bit. One of these is by Napoleon the 14th, I believe is the name of the group. It's a song that I think most people are familiar with. They're Coming to Take Me Away, haha. As the A-side. What is unknown is the B-side is a misprint of the A-side label, where
Oh wow, it's actually like
it's like a complete reverse.
Or did they mean to do that?
I don't know. But here's what we're gonna find out.
Is that who did? Is that the name of the artist who did?
I'm guessing that's what
I was
it is.
always
They're coming to take me away. Ha,
oh gosh, yeah, that's like
one of those like funny hits that you
Yeah,
would see on like truck stop cassette tapes.
there's a name for that whole
Silly genre.
Genre. It's not parody. It escapes me right now.
But like Tiny Tim.
Yeah. No, it's just backwards.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I like that we got trolled by like a 40-year-old record. So the B-side to the A-side of They're Coming to Take Me Away, novelty. Yeah, novelty. It's just They're Coming to Take Me Away in reverse. Although does it sound like They're Coming to Take Me Away?
It is. I'll prove it. This is like a self-driving record player. He hasn't played backwards.
Well, let's listen to the A-side and see.
Yeah. I'm more than sure. I mean, it's just the song backwards.
Oh yeah. Fair enough.
Remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I'd go berserk? Well, you left me anyhow.
This is not what I remember the song being
days
like.
got worse and worse, and
Yeah, I
now you
always remember
see
the
I've
chorus,
gone
yeah.
completely out of my mind. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me
It's a good
away,
song.
ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is
It's very
beautiful
Arthur
all
Brown.
the time.
It's also
and
very,
I'll be happy to see those
not,
nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming
It's
to
very
take me
un-PC,
away.
making fun of mental illness.
You thought it was a joke, and so you laughed. You
Very
laughed when
pranksters.
I had said that losing you would make
Although
me
Napoleon the
flip my lid.
14th.
Right?
I love that name.
You know you
Yeah.
laughed. I heard you laugh. You
Yeah,
laughed.
you know,
you
I've
laughed
never,
and laughed,
like,
and
looked
then
up the
you
history
left,
of
but
this
now
song.
you
I mean, I
know
always
I'm
remember it just as
utterly
a kid.
mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Warner
They're
Brothers.
coming to take me away, haha. They're coming to take me away,
Maybe-
ho ho hee hee, haha. To the happy
Maybe someone
home
like
with
saw
trees and
one
flowers
or
and
heard
chirping
or read
birds and
one through of the
basket
Cuckoo's
weavers who
Nest and
sit
they're
and
like,
smile and twiddle their
it just
thumbs
needs a
and
little
tell
bit of
her
it just needs a little bit of fun.
I cooked your food, I cleaned your house, and this is how you pay me back
Yeah,
for
this
all
is-
my kind, unselfish, loving deeds.
This is not part of like
Well,
the
you
funny
just
like
wait,
thing about
they'll
this that I
find you
remember.
yet, and when they do, they'll put you in the ASPCA, you mangy mutt. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. To the happy home with trees and flowers and chirping birds and basket weavers who sit and smile and twiddle their thumbs and toes, and they're coming
And
to
it's way darker than what I remember
yes.
it being from when I was a kid. I was like, and that tells us how jaded we were as like 80s children, that we could laugh at the misfortune of someone going through such a terrible breakup
In forward or reverse.
and backwards. It would
Well,
have been awesome during that Judas Priest trial.
oh yeah.
If they had brought that in as an example and played it backwards.
Well, so this
Big
is also I think from the same era, on Warner Brother Records. This is the Marquettes, with the Batman theme, which I think so Sun Ra did one of these themes, And I think
Really?
maybe this is the da-na-na-na-na-na-na Batman theme, but I don't know. And I don't know if it's a cover of it. I don't know if it's the original one.
Yeah, I've never
But we're gonna find out.
to look up who actually recorded the Batman theme. Oops.
Oh yeah, this is the theme from the show for sure.
Is it?
I love it. And maybe it's because I watched like the first Batman movie when I was a kid. Have a bunch of like fond memories of like this really like all this music from this era, like Dragnet, this kind of like and every like variation of form, whether it's like Secret Agent Man by Devo, or the Spy Hunter like music from NES,
Peter
like
Gunn,
yeah.
Yeah, I like a lot of instrumental theme. I don't think I've ever heard the entire composition. That is some rollicking organ right there. I love that. That has to be someone like Hal Blaine on the drums. Just like he is pounding those skins.
He keeps having to pull it closer, like 'cause it's just it's not like a good drum set yet to keep it like.
They had to have someone sit in front of the kick drum. Yeah.
You know, having not heard this version before, John Zorn's whole Spy vs. Spy and love affair with this kind of music makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. I was showing my girlfriend Laura the Naked City performances on YouTube, and she falls asleep at the drop of a hat. But I went to go do some other things around the house and let her fall asleep to the sound of like a live Naked City concert from the early '80s.
That's the recipe for perfect things for me.
Yeah, right. This record's seen better days. Someone played the HE double hockey sticks off this thing.
So, well, here's the other thing about it. There's a B-side to this, which is also a theme, although I don't know what to. And the theme is Richie's theme, but I don't know if, as far as I know, and I did watch a lot of that early Batman, and I don't remember a Richie, and nor do I remember a show called Richie. But what do I know? I'm not mad. A little bit of surf, a little bit of jazz.
Yeah, I'm racking my brain trying to figure out what Richie, like where he's from.
Richie's a guy who,
this is way before like Happy Days, Richie
moved to LA after growing up in the suburbs of New York, trying to fit in. This is Point Break before.
Yeah, right.
Point Break. This is like the Mad Men era of Point Break.
Or
what are you, the Fuzz?
North Shore. There's some North Shore, the Hawaiian. It's from the 80s. It's about a guy who masters surfing in like Arizona at the water park, and then he comes to the Hawaiian Islands to try his hand. Of course, he gets pushed around by the locals. See who these players were. I'm very curious. Dick Glasser is the name of the producer of both sides. Very nice.
Well, in keeping in the vein of those kind of big jazz drums, that era, we're gonna go back a little bit further here on Clef Records, and I do know the Stan Getz Quintet, who I love very much, but I've never heard this song. This is Clef Records. It's part of the jazz series. This was made at the Philharmonic in the USA with Stan Getz, the legendary tenor sax player that we all know and love, with his quintet. But this is Cool Mix, which
gets you.
I
some.
feel like every show we do, Matt, is a cool mix. But
it is.
Maybe this is our theme song.
Quite possible. That or the rockin' organ from that demo.
Here on 95.7 WROELP, Radio Free Roanoke.
That's cool.
Not what I expected. I mean, I know
It's not hot.
expect-
It's cool. This is
It's not quite bebop though.
no. You got. Jesus just dropped in. You're making some mutton chops.
Hey, Jesus, come on in, man. Let me put away these magazines. You want to watch some TV? Yo, there's this show on that's kind of like Cheers, but it's not Cheers. We just finished watching Batman.
Hey, Daddy-O, just wait out here on the porch. 1 second. Gotta move some magazines. All right, come on in, you hep cat.
I tell you to be cool, Jesus, but you already are.
You want some wine, Jesus? You turn it into water.
Bloop. Just one little finger, and it's like, ah, man, that sure is cool of you, Jesus.
I don't need you to come up here, kitty.
Speaking of Jesus, I gotta pray.
Yeah. Sorry, I had a little cat difficulty there. Skirting out. Yeah, this is a nice find, William. Hey, Jesus, you like jazz? Come check out this cool mix. Oh, yeah, no, it's totally cool, Jesus. You can sleep on the couch, man. It's no problem. It's no problem.
It's like Jesus doesn't pay rent, but he like helps out.
Yeah.
It's nice having him around.
Thanks for doing the dishes, Jesus, man.
You know, Stan Getz played with a bunch of really notable musicians.
Yeah.
And I wonder if he was really interested. I mean, not to crap on that song, but like if he was really just interested in playing more safe things than probably ultimately.
Well, it's
what he
interesting.
did.
I'm looking at the credits. He's like the main sax player, but it's Bob Brookmeyer, the trombonist, who actually composed both sides.
Oh.
So maybe this was like before Stan could really like actually, I mean, I'm not familiar with like Clef Records. I'm curious if that's like a like a lower imprint. What's up?
We got a, speaking of cats,
Yeah, here's a cool cat.
we got one on the console. Effing up our mix, kitty. Well, from Clef Records to Clocks? K-A-L-O-X?
Clocks.
Yeah, Clocks Record Distributing Company. I can't even say it.
Distribution?
Distributing company out of Dallas, Texas.
It's curious what you're.
We have the Belco Rhythm Boys.
The Belco Rhythm Boys.
Oh, the Belco Rhythm Boys, and then underneath of it just says band.
Oh.
This album, the A side is Lucky. With the B side is Mr. Saturday Night. Interestingly enough, under the credits it says Mr. Saturday Night, and then it says Dance By. So I guess what this was.
Oh, maybe it's
Yeah, this went along with how to like.
Yeah.
One of those like fold out mats, with foot, patterns to it. I guess this is.
I'm thinking it's like country western, like line dancing.
Oh, it's definitely that. Yeah. What was before line dancing? Honky tonk.
I mean, line dancing's just
what it's been
country
and always
dancing on a large scale.
This song's called Lucky. You might have heard the Daft Punk version of it.
Oh.
I kind of like this.
It's nice.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I was waiting for it to get away from me, but it's not. You hear that, like, I guess it's maybe spoons? Clocker in the background?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like a dance song. But, little clarinet. Yeah, I was expecting something more like Western swing or like Texas swing.
Not,
but it's more. It's kind of more boogie woogie like.
yeah. It's also kind of like you put your right boot in, you put your right boot out, you put your right boot in, and you clank it all about. You go down to Dallas and you give a big old shout, 'cause that's where the country hits happen. Yeah, it's weird. It's sort of got that little bit of Chet Atkins, a little bit of like.
Yeah, it has very, but also sort of like a canned feel to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like you played every preset at once. It's like, I want a little bit of rock, I want a little bit of boogie, I want a little bit of country, and I want a little bit of swing. I want a little bit of two-step. That's what I was thinking of, two-step.
Yeah, two-step. Yeah, it's a little rockin', but
if I was to open a bar in Austin, it would just sound like this. You could still smoke inside, as long as you didn't cuss. Well, all right.
Thank you. I feel lucky to have heard that.
That was neat. That was Belco. I guess that's off the Belco records from the clocks.
No year or anything on it?
Mm-mm. Oh.
A timeless single.
Belco Rhythm Boys Band. Oh, it does say, look, I overlooked it. It does say Round Dance for one and, well, Round Dance for the other.
It's pretty cool.
That's that. Next up, okay, we're going to take a hard right into the dance version of a song by Timmy T. This thing, 1991 Quality Records. You know it's quality because it's called Quality Records. It is out of Beverly Hills, California, 90211. It does have a phone number that I'm going to recklessly give out from...
Let's just call it right now.
Oh, yeah.
Here, I got it. Lay that,
We're looking at... Should we listen to it first and then call? Or should we... Why don't we just...
Yeah, let's listen first. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I get so excited when I find old phone numbers.
No, I understand. You know what? Fuck, man. Bit me in the ass. One time I was in Anyway, sorry, to make this full circle, Timmy T's Over and Over, which is the 45 we're about to play. This is the dance version to follow up our Belco round dance. One time when I was doing live streaming, I used to just go through boxes of VHS tapes I had and talk about them. Never really watch them or do anything productive with them. Like make, I don't know, a radio show with all the records playing around. But one of them was like this weird sort of, again, very non-secular VHS tape about drugs and like rocking to, stay clean and all this kind of stuff. And there was a number on the back of the production company, and I called it just on a whim while I was live streaming to be a jackass. Was like, hey, I don't know if this is still the right number, but I have this like power rock VHS tape here, and I was actually hoping to get some questions answered about it. And the dude called back, and it was the same guy.
Wow,
like
still in biz, huh?
Yeah, like 30 years later, and like wanted to talk about it a lot.
Oh, cool.
And it was cool. I also feel like a complete ass because, like I was calling sort of not as a joke,
out of
but
jest. Yeah, no, I understand.
And man, yeah, I wouldn't say I learned my lesson necessarily, but I did definitely learn all about this guy's life.
Okay.
So maybe, again, we're going to learn all about Timmy T's life, or at least Quality Records' life, after we get a little information about this to know what to call about. Yes. 1991 for sure with a bullet.
A little warp there. I like that.
I said it before, I'll say it again, I'll sing it over and over. I love you. Don't worry about those little troubles we're in. Listen over and over.
Man, it's a little more New Kids on the Block than I thought it would be.
Yeah. That's.
There's a place for you, my heart, and you'll never have to question it.
So when we call
You can count on it,
Quality Records,
rely on it.
do we want to just be straight up like, hey, we're calling for Timmy T?
Yeah.
Or do we want to just be really honest and be like, listen, we just found this record by Timmy T. It had this number on it. And we're just following up on Quality Records.
Yeah. Let's just see what they're. It's got it's like New Kids on the Block meets
Yeah, not sure what's wrong with this record. It's not that it hasn't seen better days, but it's just not doing its thing. I think it was pressed probably not with the quality you would assume from a company called Quality
more
Records.
like poor quality records. Gosh, what is his voice?
But it's like the Debbie Gibson of like, dude.
But it's got sort of like a. It reminds me of like Patty McAloon from Prefab Sprout mixed with like a little bit of Arthur Russell to a degree. I don't know if anyone like the way Arthur Russell sings, like in his
a very drastically different sound, but yes.
Troubles you got, Timmy?
Over and over.
I just think about just the dance floor just getting hot after when that hits the.
It's just like soft dancing though, like that kind of like.
All right, Quality Records. Woo! Let's call these guys.
Hit them up.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again.
Really?
010T.
Good night, Quality Records.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess after almost 30 years, yeah.
So long, Timmy T. This next record's on Dot Records, a high fidelity record, so I'm told, an ultra high fidelity record, actually. I'm told. It's by the Mills Brother, who, again, like with some of our other songs we've heard tonight that you're familiar with, did the ditty "Get a Job." I'm guessing that's what. Get a job. But there is a B-side, ladies and gentlemen, called "I Found $1 Million Baby" and a 5 and 10 cent store, which again is the history of what me and Matt are trying to do here.
Yeah.
Dive back through all these lost. What's his name? Francis Ford Coppola called them lost and found sounds. But I call them all the things that we found out in the wild wastelands of the New River Valley, going through thrift stores,
I call them
record stores,
roundup bangers.
antique, yeah. Bringing back some.
Would you like to round up your amount?
Some old vinyl. And again, what we're doing every week here, me and Matt, is trying to find the sort of excitement and meaning of something new and that isn't as immediate as something like Spotify or whatever else. And again, making these songs mean something by listening to them with you guys, the viewers, here on...
You mean listeners?
Listeners.
And
viewers.
You could be viewers, too. If we do this in
the
public.
opera of your mind that me and Matt are providing.
Also, I really hate Spotify's mix, like their little art that they use for their clip. Like the
little four.
And the names are really horrible. It's like Emo Forever.
Yeah.
Or it's like chill Sunday vibes.
Yeah, none of them are cool enough as they should be. For a company that has that much money.
Yeah.
So this is, again,
they're British.
They
can't help it.
The B-side of the Mills Brothers. Maybe this isn't the Get a Job I thought it was. Oh, yeah,
It was a lucky April shower. It was the most convenient door. I found $1 million baby from the 5 and 10 cent store. The rain continued for an hour.
I'm guessing everything. I guess that was like the Dollar Tree back then.
Yeah.
Everything is either 5 or 10 cents.
Yeah.
Around $1 million baby from the
I feel like it's pretty hard to find $1 million baby at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah. Because if you found $1 million baby at the Dollar Tree, it would be worth 1 million times what that is. So if you found $1 million baby at a 5 or 10 cent store, that means it is either worth.
Wait, was he making a comment about how it was made in China?
No, I don't know.
It's a weird gabbing.
But if you did find $1 million baby in a 5 or 10 cent store, it means that baby is worth what, 20 million times or 10 million times this price tag.
I found a copy of $1 Million Baby on DVD at Goodwill.
Why the long face? Everyone's saying. My Aunt Amy once called my mom to tell her that she saw Hillary Swank at a gas station. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
Liked it. You know, I'm told that Dot Records Incorporated is on Sunset and Vine in Hollywood, California. They're home of the nation's best-selling records. Whoa, excuse me.
What happened there? Huh.
So, yeah, I guess that is the Get a Job people, right?
I'd imagine, yeah.
Get a job. Although it says...
I don't know, maybe
let's
it's
just
a cover.
be safe.
Yeah,
because this says there's an orchestra on this one. I don't remember an orchestra being like, get a job.
Yeah, might be.
Yep.
That's not the
Every morning about this time she gets me out of my bed at 5 for a job.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
After
It's not
breakfast
the
every
original,
day she
though.
goes
I'm pretty
along
sure.
and pass my way. Never say.
Or Or I guess the popular. Yeah. This might be the original. You never knew in those times. It was the Wild West.
It was almost as far west as you could get. Hollywood, California. West, the direction of change.
Well, when I get the papers,
I don't think we have to do all this.
You guys know this one. You guys listen to oldies.
Yeah, and if you're listening to this here on 95.7 FM WROELP, Radio Free Roanoke, get a fucking job.
Get a job.
All right.
Quit
if
buying
you
records
keep
at
going
Goodwill.
west from California, you will inevitably make your way around the world, which I think is the common theme of the vein of next records we're about to dive into here. With World Tone Records,
Ooh.
Folk Music International. This is from Folk Music International, a division of World Tone Music Incorporated out of Flushing, New York. Licensed from the Vanguard Recording Society. So there's a lot going on here. This features an Israeli circle dance and an Israeli line dance by back to Matt for pronunciation.
Erev Ba.
Erev Ba.
And Ahavat Harasa on
There you
side
have
B.
it.
So by Erev Ba, the Israeli circle dance.
Again, where's John Zorn when we need him?
I know.
John Zorn, if you're out there listening, we got a microphone for you whenever you're ready.
Bring your axe, dude.
Nice.
Kind of like if the next Wes Anderson movie
Was in Israel?
yeah, like deals with the Holy Land.
Or if like they do a sequel to The Darlinger Limited, but it's the train lets off in Israel,
Yeah.
and they have to find their father. The father's dead. They have to discover religion.
Yeah.
The All Father. How do you feel about that movie?
Darjeeling Limited. Yeah, it was kind of where I started to lose interest in Wes Anderson. I really liked Isle of Dogs. Yeah, just after Royal Tenenbaums, I really liked Life Aquatic. I liked it, but Royal Tenenbaums just really struck a chord with me. Maybe it was partly of the age that I was at the time when it came out.
Yeah, and they can't all be bangers for sure, but yeah. Literally carrying around your dad's baggage the entire movie. Just, you lost me. Oh, this comes with, it looks like a hand-typed instructions on how to dance to this.
Oh, cool.
So the formation is a circle dance, facing the center, hands joined at sides. Part 1 is step to the right. Moving to the right, step 2, step to the left. Crossing in front, right circle 2, step back on right. Behind left circle 3, step on left next to the right. This is incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
How hard? This is impossible. No one will ever be able to recreate this or know what they're talking about here. It's like when they find a recipe for like mead in like a tomb from like 5,000 years ago.
Yeah.
They can try to recreate it, but it's never going to be the same. Let's be honest. Vikings.
I'm sure if we knew someone that was like a
Isn't it-
choreographer could maybe decipher some of it. This is very out of my realm, though. In terms,
Do you know any Israeli folk dancers that we can call up real quick and figure
I
out?
don't know. Maybe Hollins can
Yeah.
put us in contact with someone. It seems like they're very worldly.
Well,
Way more than Roanoke College.
from Israel, I'm guessing back to Germany. This is, I don't know, the whole thing's in German.
Tanza.
Franz der Volker?
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Let me see.
I got no German skills.
Das Fenster.
All right, let's see what German folk dance is like.
It's polka.
Or it's the beginning of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yep.
The dance of the people, man.
Yeah, reflecting back on a golden era of Germany before genocide.
Man, there's this great polka bar we used to go to up in Maryland, Blob's Park.
Nice.
If you ever talk to Steve Terabecki about it, he has very fond memories of it too. An amazing place.
There's that little there's a really nice German place outside of Roanoke.
Yeah. Outside of Stanton.
Yeah, when you're hitting the stand and they
Edelweiss.
yeah, where they usually have an accordion player there.
Oh, do they really?
Playing Oompa music.
I think I've only been there in the afternoons for lunch, but yeah, that place is good. It's very. I will say the architecture is very authentic.
Absolutely. It's a for those of you who haven't been, it's kind of like a log cabin-ish, turn of the century, like hand-built home. Great food.
Yeah, the food is pretty good.
Lots of beer.
Edelweiss, I think that's it.
Yeah. We should do a show from there.
That'd be fun. Yeah, the owner's kind of I think he's married. It's two owners. The wife is actually from Germany, and then
Nice.
the husband's from America. He's very, very verbose. They'll talk your ear off, but
I'm alright with
it's a
that.
great place. Yeah. Sometimes they'll be playing like a lot of like German Schlager, which is sort of like German pop music.
Sure.
It's
Make his wife happy.
It's usually pretty horrible, but
as I've gotten older, Matt, I've really come to enjoy pepper a lot more.
yeah,
And so the
It's
food,
zesty.
yeah, the food from that place was phenomenal.
yeah, we should head up there sometime. I haven't eaten there in a few years.
Schnitzel. Maybe what we'll do is we'll do a show. We'll do some road music as we drive there.
Yeah,
It'll be a complete musical journey for you, the listeners.
there you go. And we'll hit all of the Goodwills all the way up to like Harrisonburg.
Ah, man.
That's a dream come true.
It is kind of like, this is your sort of like, I'm like, let's just go tomorrow.
I could.
I can't.
Calling sick, dude.
I can't. I mean, I'm talking about it on air now. I might be sick tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah, we should plan that sometime, though. I will have to bring Jessica.
Yeah.
She'd be very sad.
Is she of a Germanic?
She's not, but I think if we were to, a shared dream of ours is always stopping at every thrift Land USA type store in a 100-mile spread and finding the wares of the land.
Let's plan for that. That would be nice. We'll make it a little less haphazard. We'll
Maybe this is what.
bring our ladies.
Yeah, we'll get a Patreon going. Our trip. We'll send you. If you guys donate to our Patreon, we'll send you pictures along the way of all the food we eat.
I'll bring you some napkins from the restaurant.
Yeah. I don't know what this is. This is just. Oh, this is recorded in Hungary. This label.
Speaking of food,
it's designed like in the way that I assume that every Joy Division record may be designed. It's literally it's just
factory,
silver gray print on a black record label by a group called Buccaneer.
Complete mystery, huh?
Yeah, I don't.
Nothing on the other side.
Well, there's some titles, but I don't know how to say those words.
Let's see if I can decipher some of this. Yeah, Hungarian's completely out of my skill set. I mean, it's Zatmari Verbunkas Sardas. Why not?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Buccaneer.
Here on 95.7 WROE
hungry.
LP Radio Free Roanoke.
Oh.
Dramatic.
I like this.
Yeah, that tempo is kind of interesting. Like the composition style, like it's very like Western, but also very. It has the sort of urgency of like a lot of like Middle Eastern.
And they're using a. I'm trying to think of the name of the scale.
Yeah, you know more about this than I do.
But that scale, that's again, people with Western ears don't tend to like because it's a little. It clashes in a way that I find very satisfying. Right there, that dip, and it almost diminished.
Here we go. That conductor is just sweating his butt off, man.
I don't even know this conductor. I feel like it's like. I feel like it's a group of people like all facing each other, like just going for it. Like, have you ever seen those videos of like Russian guys like rapping with each other when they're like drunk? They're just all like around a table together and they're all just like looking at each other, like doing their thing. Yeah, I think it's kind of like that, where they're just all in a room being like, you know, they're all just like furiously playing, and then one guy's like, whoa, and he brings out the elbow, they're like, yes, and like points to the next guy and he's like, oh, like the fiddle going just super hard.
It's kind of like riffing, huh?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Hurrah!
That was nice. I feel like that's a.
I feel like we should go to Hungary now.
Yeah, it had a it felt very similar to like klezmer music there. I guess in the.
If you're just tuning in, me and Matt are taking a thrifting trip around the world. We're doing 45s only today on Matt and We'll Listen to Records. A lot of these records came from, out in the wild, antique stores, thrift shops, wherever along the way. We don't know what any of them are, but sometimes, like with this second hour of records that we're listening to, I found all these together, and I don't know who died and lost their entire collection of dance music, world dance music, but we sure thank them because we're getting an earful today.
That's nice.
We've gone from dance music of Texas to California to Israel to Germany to Hungary, and now, like the world travelers we are, we're back to the Aqua Viking folklore series.
Oh yeah.
This one is called Little Man. This one actually is a translation. Little Man in a Fix or Family Circle. It's a Danish traditional song.
Denmark, huh?
Mm-hmm. The Danes. I'm leaning towards Little Man in a Fix.
Yeah, that one sounds a little bit. If it was Family Circus, I'd make an exception. But yeah, Little Man in a Fix sounds good. All right.
Yeah. Seafarers for sure. Again,
waltz it up.
I'm really glad I live in 2019, sort of. But I do really wish I lived in this time where you could travel the world by way of steamliner, and every different place you went sounded like the stereotypical, authentic music of their land.
Like as you step off the dock.
Yeah, you hear this. You're in a Danish little proverb, and everyone is exactly the Disney version of that country you think they are.
That would be nice. Laura and I were watching the Pet Sounds, like the classic album series. They put a lot of those up on streaming, and I was sitting there daydreaming that I could go back in time and meet Brian Wilson before he kind of lost his mind.
Sure.
Because I feel like every interview that I've seen with him, it's beyond that point where he kind of lost his mind, and doesn't make a whole lot of sense when he says things, but just to be like a fly on the wall. And then I started thinking of all the repercussions of like changing history, and so I had to kind of jettison myself from that.
Yeah, like if you had interviewed him at a time where you could get those answers, you might ruin the existence of Kokomo.
That's true.
Eventually.
Well, fortunate for Brian, he had nothing to do with that song. So.
I know, but without the Beach Boys, without their powerful lineage, thanks to Mr. Wilson, we'd never have John Stamos on the Kungas.
That's true. Yeah, John still tours with Mike Love's side of the band, who actually, I think he still has the rights to the Beach Boys.
You know how weird it would be if you went to go see the Beach Boys thinking that it was going to be something else, and then you got the like State Fair Kokomo version of the Beach Boys.
Oh, that's what it is now, unfortunately. They briefly patched things up there. They did an album in like 2012, I think, and then just went back to the way it was. That was nice.
Yeah, Aqua Viking, the original Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Danish folk music.
I listened to the music of Denmark and was inspired along with the four freshmen to release the Holland album.
Oh, man. All right. Michael Herman's folk dance series, the Folk Dancer Record Service, out of Long Island, New York. This is a German couple dance. Again, one is, I'm not going to even attempt the German. This one fortunately has the translation. We have either 7 Steps or the Black Forest Mazurka. This album came out in 1950.
It's your call, man, on this one. Both sound pretty intriguing to me. So.
Yeah, kind of like 7 Steps.
Okay.
Give me 7 steps, give me 7 steps, Germans get involved.
Give me 7 steps.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Doesn't sound too terribly different than our cowboy dance song. Get 2 step with 7 steps. The other place my brain always goes with music like this is cartoons. I like also that these guys are all sort of like Modesty and Faye Malmsteen.
Alright, yeah.
Like they're going for it, but they're not like.
Yeah, it's more about the dance.
Yeah, they're not overstepping,
not the
if you will. They're not just 7 steps.
They're not making it 8 steps.
Way of exploring your heritage back in the 50s.
Right.
This is like, I'm German, and I can explore my heritage without being a Nazi like in 2019.
The best is that they didn't have like Ancestry.com and stuff back then, so everyone just was going with what they were told.
Yeah. Our grandfather's name was Uter. That the new thing to do. You remember it used to be those shows where the episodes of Maury where you're not the father.
Yeah.
The new thing to do is like, guess what? You're 40% of whatever you thought you weren't.
Oh, I've noticed that they started doing that with like the DNA tests. Yeah,
Mhm.
where like people from the audience will be looking at their.
Yep.
That's funny. Yeah, yeah. My sister just recently did hers, and I found out I am like as British Isles as they come.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I knew that by your love for ecstasy.
Yeah. It's, yeah.
I don't have a sleep.
And a little bit of like Swedish, like 1%.
Oh man. Also for Michael Herman's folk dance series is, I don't know what this is. Yugoslav, which I'm guessing is maybe Yugoslavia. I don't know. Jugoslav. Yugoslav? Maybe that's a country I don't know about.
I mean, this could have been before
1950
by the folk dancer. Yeah, Yugoslav.
I think it's
so
Yugoslavia?
Yeah, before it was Slavia.
Yeah. Well, here we go. If you guys out there have ever wondered what music from Yugoslavia sounded like before it was Yugoslavia,
oh, yeah.
Here we go. Ready.
This is great. This blows the other one away. This is amazing. I love this.
Square Pusher has that record, Music is One Rotted Note.
Yeah.
And I feel like the more we listen to this stuff, I'm like, oh, it's just that thing. But these people doing it like this, and adding this part, or maybe taking away this part.
Yeah, I mean it's the music of the people, man. Like,
they had a song in their hearts.
It's like music that's traditionally passed down, like from generation to generation, as opposed to someone that was like pedigreed their whole life to, composing and creating music.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it has a very mass appeal to it, I think.
Well, what's crazy to me is that my buddy Ryan the other day was talking about how nothing sounds like 2019.
Yeah.
Right, like all music now kind of just sounds like something else.
Yeah, where like we've been in the postmodern.
Yeah, we've just been sort of stuck in the 90s. Slight variations and mutations of that since then. But this is sort of proving that maybe their rut was a lot longer than 30 years. It was like easily 400, 800 years. Do you know how magic is?
Oh, sorry.
How magic it must have been to be a field recorder or a field recordist, like going around all these countries and just finding these groups and be like, oh, please play this. Sending it back to Michael Herman and Flushing,
back
New
in
York.
Flushing. I like them sending like a telegram back, like Michael hated, record again.
See if they can do another take. Well, I think that ends our little trip around the world. Oh, no, I lied. We got 2 records left. We are looking at, well, again.
Is that Cyrillic?
Yeah, we have another Yugoslav folk dance.
I'd like to keep it on that track.
Well, let's do it. This actually has something slightly printed on it. of the owner that I'm trying to make out. Mr. and Mrs. FX Bode out of Richmond, Virginia. I guess we're the owners of all these fine hits tonight. If you guys are still alive, thanks for these. This one is Croatian, it says.
Oh, cool.
So let's see. This is on Festival Records out of San Francisco. I don't know when. Although it does appear to be a Turkish, Yugoslavian.
Did you
Croatian
find
label.
these like in the same lot?
These are all together.
Yeah. Nice find. I never feel like digging through the 45s whenever I'm at.
And I usually don't either, but there were so many of these that I went, yep, let's do it.
All right.
Here we go.
This is Plusovsky Ples.
Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, me too. Get to dancing.
You know, one of the things I've always liked about world music is I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, we've discussed this in other episodes. It's. I feel upset that I don't, but then it's also it's kind of nice that you don't. It's sort of an ignorance is bliss.
It's never going to be just something that's like mundane, as long as I can imagine, like, sort of
kind of put your own
what it is. I feel like someone dropped a mic.
Yeah, and it's weird because it kind of did that again. Maybe they just danced. They were dancing so hard that the mic just fell over.
I feel like these guys were like the Black Flag of their folk days. There it is again.
I think it's like a step. Maybe it's like
like them going doo-doo.
Yeah.
There it is again.
Yeah,
I think they're all like.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, doesn't matter where you go in the world, everybody likes to party.
They do. Except maybe in like Salem, Virginia.
That's true. What do you think Salem folk music sounds like, Bob? You think it sounds like Bob James?
It's the sound of like golf swings and like Rush Limbaugh. Like,
That just ended.
it did. They didn't even want to hear that.
Yeah, I think
the audience.
that was definitely a live recording.
Yeah, pretty poor quality too.
Yeah.
But
Festival Records, get it together. This next one is off. It's from the Nina Record Company. Again, it's the whole record is in Russian, so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you what it is, but we get to hear it together. And I somehow doubt that there's a.
it's Nina Cherry. Oh yeah, that's in total like Cyrillic.
Yeah, I don't think there's a Shazam way to find out what this is either. This is good.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is Hungarian. Again.
Hungarian Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Την αγάπη μου την εκλέψανε, στην Αμερική μου την παντρέψανε.
That's really cool. That's
Ένα γερο μάνα μου μανούλα
This might be my favorite out of the whole. Between this one and the last one that we played.
It's really good.
κάνω μάνα μου την αγαπώ και για αυτή η μανούλα μου θα τρελαθώ.
Nice. Yeah, that was awesome.
You know, me and Matt often like to talk our asses off over music, and like it's a nice. I think this is the kind of thing that we've been looking for.
It is, yeah.
Something that's gonna make us shut up, that we can just really dig into.
Eat that, Burton Cummings. Jeez, that was great.
Well, Matt, we got a few minutes left, and
Okay.
I'm gonna do a thing we don't normally do, which is I'm gonna play some stuff that we do know.
Okay.
That I did find while I was looking for these, and that I couldn't pass up.
Yeah, I see that Olivia Newton-John there. That's what I. Yeah.
Some ONJ.
I love this song.
Probably, I would easily say this is one of my top. I don't know. I'd say this is one of my top 3 Olivia Newton-John songs.
Yeah.
This is from the soundtrack.
Number one being Physical, right?
Of course. To Xanadu.
Yes.
And I believe that she did this song along with ELO, right?
No, this is the other. Actually, because I just bought the Xanadu soundtrack a couple weeks ago. This is the non-ELO. Side B is all ELO and OLJ. Oh wait, ONJ.
This is produced by John. What's his name? John Farrar.
Yeah, John Farrar. Yeah, Farrar. Yeah. Yeah, because I was always like. I always knew like the Xanadu soundtrack was Olivia and Electric Light Orchestra,
but not this banger.
Yeah, they play this one a lot on the 101.5.
Good for them.
Yeah. You know, she was best friends with Karen Carpenter.
Really?
Yeah. I think she was when Karen Carpenter was briefly married, like in the very early 80s. Olivia was her bride. What was it? Bridesmaid?
Yeah. Australian pen pal.
Mm.
You think it's because they both had voices of angels?
It's possible. I mean, Karen's is vastly superior to that of Olivia, but
wow, she's unforgettable.
She was Australian, yeah.
Mm-hmm. She was a Mad Max.
Was she?
I feel like I'm not wrong about that. I don't know. My brain is, again, like this show, my brain is a wasteland of found and someone sometimes like fictitiously remembered things.
Yeah.
I think she's Australian. I'm pretty positive. What about that weird shit where her like husband disappeared and everyone thought he was dead, and it turns out he was like he had just like, and I can't imagine that because she's a little perfect angel, but he like faked his death and
I've
like
never heard
took
of that.
off. His name was John Travolta.
They did a Christmas song a few years ago in a music video that you have to watch if you ever have the inclination. It's like about coming back home for the holidays.
Yeah.
And it's shot on a really weird, like, handy cam.
Oh, nice.
It looks really sort of low budget. It's pretty great.
So, like, it's supposed to be a Christmas home video?
Kind of. I don't know. Who knows what goes on with John Travolta anymore.
You're familiar with the Beaver trilogy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that was the beginning of my love affair with Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, yeah. Because that's who he sings, right?
Yeah.
Have to believe we are magic.
I think he sings Don't Keep Me Waiting.
Nothing can stand in our way.
Yeah, that was a great little...
Have to believe we are magic.
the documentary they did about it was really
Don't let your aim ever stray.
I like that it, I guess, and it's the start of both what Sean Penn and Crispin Glover are both.
Yeah.
Destiny will arrive.
Yeah, I can understand how the Orkley kid would fall in love with Olivia.
Heard a lot of really great covers. I heard a really good cover of this. I forget, it was like an indie band that did it, but it was really nice. Yeah, I've always liked this song.
It does also have a really interesting, like, key signature. Again, if I had never given up on my dream of being like a cool guitar player, I could tell you, oh, yeah, it's like a mixed Dorian, but it has that like interesting like phrasing that gives it its magic sound. As it turns out.
It is ethereal. Have you ever watched Xanadu? Really?
Yeah. Actually, as much as I love this song, I've never seen Xanadu.
It's pretty great. A lot of roller skates in it.
That's cool. And again, it's my brain world, but there's a universe where like Xanadu and Esperanto and Zardoz, they're all sort of like in the same solar system. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like 90210 and Melrose Place.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true, but in my brain it is for sure.
Yeah. The spelling verse.
Another lovely lady from the 80s, besides Olivia Newton-John. Next up is Donna Summer.
Oh, yeah.
I love her.
Hot stuff.
This is The Wanderer.
We were...
produced by George A. Moroder.
As a Moroder, yeah?
Yeah, one of my favorite Italians.
He did some bangers with her. Laura and I were listening to like a disco mix at work the other day. We worked together, and we love disco and hot stuff.
As you should.
But we came to the realization that if you imagine hard enough and change the lyrics in your mind to pasta to hot stuff, it's really good. It's really nice. It's like, because we love to come home and
got some pasta.
Yeah, we like to cook dinner together, and
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, just some pesto and maybe some tortellini.
What do you want to do, the B-side to this, or you want to do the A-side?
Let's try a B-side. I feel like, we'll stay out of our realm for a little bit.
This is Stop Me, the B-side to...
Is this still... is Giorgio still...
Oh, yeah. For sure, the producer and writer.
Tight. I was watching... Do you watch the Amoeba What's in My Bag series? Mm-hmm. Did you see Giorgio's?
No.
It was really good. I mean, it was just really funny, though, because I was reading the comments, and, he bought, like, a Sky Ferreira album.
Yeah.
And people are just like, I can't believe he would buy something so mainstream. I was like,
motherfucker, like he produced.
He was the pop maker of like the early 80s. I don't know why. Like, God forbid he's not, buying things that were on like the Twin Peaks soundtrack, It's just,
he's not as ironically cool as you are now.
Yeah. I was expecting some like arpeggio mug work, but
and I was blind. I never ever wanted to put
I like that.
It reminds me of Redondo by Patti Smith off the Horses record, like a little slightly faster version of it.
Yep.
Donna was like, Giorgio, let's go a little more natural in this one. He was like, okay, Donna.
He's like, I know how America like a rock.
I do Top Gun. Dun 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 dun.
Ooh. 1980, yeah.
Yeah, it's got that sort of like, yeah, I've got my new wave credentials.
Yeah, but it's also kind of got that like,
It's got sort of a ska almost, sort of like rhythm to it.
yeah, it's got that weird, and again, it's that almost that throwback to like musical like doo-wop
Yeah.
from the time.
But I had to say something fast and
Like key change.
me aside. I didn't know. I couldn't guess. If I only would have known, I never would have been in this mess.
It sounds like one of those songs where they're like, we need like one more song for the record.
Yeah.
And they're like, he was like, hold on.
Let me call my friends. They play the rock music. I like that. I love that.
This is like a, yeah. I like a little bit of the meatloaf. I like a little bit of the, like he's just adding up like all the things that he's like.
When I was driving from Italy to France.
I heard a big man, a beautiful voice. They call me the meatloaf. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. You see the movie The Rocky Horror? It's brilliant. It's so brilliant. You think that's Tina Turner's sax player, the muscle guy?
Tim Capella? Yeah, one can only hope. Yeah, it reminds me of like a really like subpar song from oh my gosh, what's her name from married Kevin Kline, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Phoebe Cates?
Phoebe Cates.
She had a music career?
Oh yeah,
wow.
Phoebe Cates like singles. Yeah.
Nice. Sometime I'll dig up. I got Tim Curry's record.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's what that. I mean, that was definitely a B-side for sure. Brutus, stop protecting us.
I think that's all we got today, Matt.
All right.
Well, if you guys are just now tuning in, we're just about to tune out.
Yeah.
I'm Will.
I'm Matt.
And we've been listening to records here on 95.7 FM WROELP Radio Free Roanoke. The only place in the Roanoke Valley where you can find this kind of programming, these kind of hits, me and Matt cussing on air.
This kind of jibber jabber.
Forever. So if you guys like what you hear, go over to radiofreeroanoke.org and donate today.
Yeah.
To help keep this happening here.
Let's keep this happening. I enjoy doing it.
I love it.
It's nice.
We'll do it anyways. We're gonna keep doing it, guys.
We'll do it. Yeah. Well.
Maybe sometime. Maybe
we'll be like that kid in Wet Hot American Summer that's running the radio station.
Yeah. Maybe sometime I'll try to like not cuss so we can play this during the daytime.
Yeah.
Be an adult for once in my life.
I've been successful in not doing it yet.
It's good.
Those of you who haven't.
Matt, I appreciate you not going blue. I just, man, yeah, it's stupid. I don't need to cuss.
You can.
It's like quitting smoking. Like
it's hard.
No one needs to smoke. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't make you cooler. I mean, it sort of does, but like cussing doesn't make me cool. It doesn't make this show. What makes this show is our love for records, Matt.
And our listeners.
That's right. We'll be back next week or another week, but we'll be around. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you soon.
We love you guys. Thank you.